Alright, so as most of you guys know, April vacation is coming up. And for April vacation, if you're in school, you get a week off. And this year, I'm going with two of my friends, Tyler and Brandon, down to Florida. We're staying in Orlando, and we're staying in our own hotel room. And this made me think about last year and what I did last year on April vacation. Last year, we went down there, same time, on April vacation. We had our own room, just like this year. We took a plane, and the first night we got there, it was already late. So we found our room, and we just hung out. So the first night wasn't too bad. The next day, though, it got bad. So the second day we were there, we didn't really do much. We just hung around the hotel, went swimming, and just stayed in our room. The thing was, our room, by the time we left, was completely destroyed. The first night, I was taking a shower. My friend Tyler went down to the store, and the only kid that was by himself in the room was Brandon. Now, my friend Brandon thought it would be funny to have the sink running and clog it, so the whole hotel room ended up being flooded. When I got out of the shower, I was obviously looking for my towel, so I opened the door, and there Brandon was, using my towel, trying to wipe up the whole flood that he caused. And when I say the room was flooded, I mean that if you walked around the whole room, your feet would at least be underwater. I'm not making any of this up, I swear to God. And when I saw him using my towel, I got mad, because I obviously needed it to dry off. So I took my towel, and it was all soaking wet, and I whipped him with it. And this caused him to get all mad, so we started taking open Dorito bags, remotes, all kinds of stuff, and just started throwing it at me, because he gets mad really easy. I was just laughing, and I wasn't going to pick any of this up, because I didn't do any of it, but neither was he, because he was all mad now. When my friend Tyler got back, he was like, what the hell happened? I explained it to him, because my other friend Brandon, since he was all mad and hurt, decided to go sit out on the balcony by himself. My friend Tyler just laughed, and we just hung out the rest of the night. None of us cleaned it up because I didn't do it, Tyler didn't do it, and Brandon was too mad. The next day we did the same thing. We just hung out, went swimming, went out to eat, and just chilled. So since we were in our hotel room for most of the day, we ended up making just more of a mess. We were bored, so we started throwing things and just making a mess of our room. I have some videos that I'll show you guys in a minute, but we were throwing soda bottles at the fan, we were throwing muffins around the room, we were just making a complete mess of the room. Mind you, Tyler's parents had no idea we were doing any of this because we had our own room. Like I said, they were staying next to us, and they gave us our privacy. They didn't come in or anything like that. And again, we just said, oh, like, we'll wait till the last day to clean all this up because we don't feel like doing it now. So the third and fourth day were the same thing. We hung around, we stayed in our room, we went swimming, we went out to eat, same stuff. And like I said, this just caused more things to be everywhere around the room. I don't know what caused us to start doing this, but we started putting toasters and hair dryers and blenders and stuff in the sink, and we know that's not safe. Now, I know that's not safe, but we didn't care at the time. Now, some of you are going to think this is funny, and the other people are going to think that this is completely messed up and we shouldn't have destroyed the room. But I don't care. The fifth day, we went to Universal. When we got there, we met new people, we went on all the rides, we did all the stuff normal people would do. And yeah, it was pretty fun. But when we got back, we went down to this little store we had next to our hotel. The hotel we stayed at, there was just a bunch of different buildings with rooms in them, and there was a little store right in the middle of all of it with all the pools and hot tubs and stuff like that. So we walked down to the store. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the condom challenge, but when we went down to the store, we had the idea to do it because it used to be a thing and we never tried it before. So when we got there, we picked out a few boxes of condoms, and we were hungry, so we also got a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. And when we put this on the counter, the lady that was working there was so confused. Oh, and I forgot to mention, before we went to the store, I had my friends draw a bunch of penises on me with a Sharpie. So not only did we buy condoms and donuts, but when I walked in the store, I also had a bunch of dicks just all over me. And when we were looking for stuff to pick out, there was this one black lady who worked in there, and she saw me, so she came up to me and she was like, what the hell happened to you? So of course I was just like, none of your fucking business. And when we put everything on the counter, the box of donuts and the boxes of condoms, I don't know what that lady was thinking, but she was confused. So when we got back to our room, we ate the donuts and we did the condom challenge, which I also have videos of. I'll put all the videos in at the end. On our second to last day, we went to Universal again, and we did the same thing. We hung out, we met people, we went on all the rides, went out to eat, and then we came back to our room. And this night, since it was our second to last night, we didn't just want to sit in our room. So when we got back, it was late. We decided when we got back, we were just gonna walk around. While we were walking around, we were just doing random things. We were yelling, we were screaming, we were just fooling around. We eventually got a pizza and some wings and brought it back to our room. And us with food, this didn't turn out too well. We were eating, and the next thing you know, food everywhere. And at this point, Tyler's mom still doesn't know what's been going on in our room. So we eventually went to bed. The next day, I was the last one up. And when I woke up, Tyler's mom was trying to come in our room to get us ready for our flight. Tyler and Brandon were freaking out. When I woke up, I was tired, so I just laid in bed. She eventually got in, and as you could imagine, she was pissed. She started yelling and screaming and trying to get ready at the same time. Me, I just got in the shower because I didn't want to deal with any of this. Oh, and I forgot to mention that when we were throwing stuff around the room, we hit these blinds that were leaning out to the balcony, so they were really long, and a few of those broke off, so we just shoved those under the bed. And also, when we were throwing stuff at the fan started leaning off the ceiling. So when his mom was in the room, we just decided to clean up as much as we could. Then we got on our flight and we left. His parents have never gotten a call sent. Now I'll show you guys the videos that we took. Now the reason I told you guys this story is because this is my first video on this channel. I really had no idea what you guys wanted to see. And I got this idea because April vacation and Tyler and I are both going back to Florida again this year. If you like this video and you want to hear what happens this year, because I'm sure it'll be a lot worse, just let me know in the comment section. Other than that, this channel isn't really going to be stories unless you guys want to see that. It's mainly just going to be game walkthroughs and me playing with my friends. So in the comments section, just tell me games you guys want to see or video ideas you want to see with me or my friends and I or whatever you guys want to see. Other than that, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.